This is Poland Daily Culture. My name is Maria Kądzielska-Koper, and we are discussing the current affairs, the social situation here in Poland after the Brexit, especially. With me in the studio is Marek Kądzielski, Polish philosopher. Well, we say after the Brexit, but it happened so many years ago, everyone forgot about it. There are some rumors about Polexit, but it seems like not real. So what's going on right now in our geographical part, and what is interesting?
What is interesting first that we are obviously facing the war that is spending just outside our borders, and it's not highlighted enough how dangerous it is for Poland and for Europe. But Brexit has not been forgotten, and just recently I read some analysis. I doubt that these are the analysis, this is more propaganda, suggesting that Brexit happened because there were too many Poles in Britain, over 1 million, and they were treated as aliens, foreigners, and the Brits were so much afraid of Poles that they decided to go for Brexit, which is completely false and misleading.
So this is once again this propaganda of guilt, of shame, which we Poles are supposed to feel that we are worst and not as good as the other Western nations, and definitely should somehow change, and the change should usually be brought upon us by getting rid of the church.
Absolutely, yes, but it's used for deeper political reasons, I believe, because if we look upon what is happening and what has happened in Europe, so take Brexit, because it is important. Why Brexit? Why Brexit happened? So if we look upon Brexit, we should first refer to some notes and comments from Graham Allison, professor who wrote this famous book, Destined for War, about this potential war and Thucydides' trap between China and the United States. But marginally, in his comments, he highlighted that it was much before Brexit happened, that soon Britain will have to undertake a classical maneuver of their diplomacy and to put the UK opposing to the greatest power on the European continent, because something dangerous is happening in Europe, and this dangerous thing is over-domination of Germany. And if we look upon Brexit, Brexit is presented as some stupid movement forced by some irresponsible political spheres in Britain, like if Britain was steered by a group of dummies, and it's not the case. The right question is, if we look on Brexit, we should ask the question, because Britain is definitely paying high price for Brexit. Why British political elites decided to go for Brexit? So for what they are paying this price? And they are paying this price for being completely independent from the EU, that is transforming towards a kind of federation. And this federation, it is obvious that it might be only the extension of federal Germany. And Britain will never let Germany to over-dominate European continent. So this is something that is actually happening. And if we look upon the reasons of the outbreak of war in Ukraine, it has to be highlighted that to a large extent it was possible thanks to this political affair between Germany and Russian Federation. So it was a long-term foreign policy conducted by Germany that led to the situation where Russians tried to exercise their powers in Europe by force. And this is what has happened.
And of course, facing right now and seeing the results of the war in Ukraine, we see how dangerous this cooperation between Germany and Russia is and was, especially for Poland. Well, hopefully the Nord Stream 2 is no longer a case and a problem, but this sort of geopolitical alliance, which once ended up in the World War II, we could still see it, and especially in the when it comes to electricity and the source of power when suddenly Germany wants to get rid of all the atom power, but and be based only the Russian gas, so making Europe dependent on Russian gas, and this is deeply troubling. But we leave you, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture, not with answers, but with more questions and with more troubles, of course, to stir up some conversations and some discussions. So write down under this video a comment what you think about all of those problems, and of course keep watching Poland Daily Culture.